100% good. Oh, just be careful.
What do you want?
Ah! No, I can't. I can't look. What's up everybody, I'm Rupert.
I'm Charlie.
And we're the Avery Twins, and welcome back to another episode. And today we're going to be making
ramen!
Yes, that is right. You have spoken, we have listened. We are making ramen today. I would say that this recipe is probably a professional level, maybe someone who's looking to develop their skills a bit more. This is our version of ramen, so it's a bit more simplified, a bit more easy. However, definitely not one for the faint-hearted or people that don't really know what they're doing.
Let's do this!
So the ingredients you'll need for step one is your oxtail and your pork bones. So for this first step, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting them into a pot, filling it full of water and then bringing it up to the boil. What's going to happen is you're going to see all the scum and horrible nasty impurities that will come out of the meat, and we don't want that to put in our broth. So if we were just supposed to put everything first time, you'll get all of that in your nice ramen broth. So to avoid that, we're going to boil it first. So get yourself a nice big pot. Instead of starting with a bowl, we're starting with a pot. Can you ever just be normal?
No.
For just one second?
Never, ever.
So the meat goes in, yeah. Lovely. So you don't really need to wash it at this stage because we're going to be getting rid of all the nasty water anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill it full of water. We're not even going to salt it or anything. We're literally just going to boil it.
Nice, Charlie.
All of our water is in. Lovely. Once that's all in, we're going to put it onto the heat. So we just start it off high. Just bring it up to the boil. Pop a lid on it. And we'll see you in 4 hours. No, it's not. Just bring it up to the boil. However, that's the recipe done. Enjoy your meat soup. However long it takes. Step two, we're going to be making our noodles. It's always going to start with a big bowl. So, for our noodles then, we've got 300 grams of plain flour. We're going to just put it into our bowl here. We're going to make a well in the centre. So it's a little bit like pasta. Yeah. Put in your 2 egg yolks. 2 egg yolks. Beautiful. Cool one. 2 eggs? Yeah, so crack one. Why are you going so slow? Right, this is a professional one, right. 2 eggs in, boom. There you go. Put your eggs aside. Now you've got 2 eggs and 2 egg yolks, and then you're going in with, what was that? Sesame oil. Your sesame oil as well, and then you're going to mix that. Hold on, before you do that, I need to film it. Okay? Just bear in mind. Well, that's why I'm going slow. Filming thing. Once your dough is now all come together, what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it in cling film so it doesn't dry out, and we're going to put into our fridge for half an hour before rolling into our noodles. So, into the fridge we go. Japanese name Goku, let's go. Right. So, now that's in the fridge resting, we're now going to go on to step 3, which is attending our pork bones and now coming into making our ramen stock. So shall we do it? Yeah, let's move on to step 3. Right then, so step 3, we're now going to be moving on to our oxtail and pork bones. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys that it looks pretty horrible. It looks pretty manky, but you can see like all of the sort of scumminess and all the sort of impurities in our ramen. So look, even if you like go to bed, even if you get the best meat possible, like, you know, you're always going to get some shit. So this is why this process is so good, because otherwise, if you were just to put that normally, you would have all this, and it'd make your stock cloudy and taste like gritty. Tastes like shit. No matter how much you strain it, it's going to just taste horrible. As you can see here, we've done that perfectly now. It's now risen to the boil, and what we're going to do is we're now going to take that off the heat, and drain it, and we're going to wash our bones just under some cold water, just to really get in there and just make sure they're really clean. and then we'll put them back into the pot and then we'll start. So, right, let's go. Perfect, so now step 4. So now that we've already sort of removed the impurities and sort of scum from our meat, our oxtail and pork, we can now move on to step 4. So oxtail goes in. And also all of our meat. So we'll wipe that all in. So it's all nice and
so it looks
clean.
It looks weird and brown, but actually they're going to be nice.
It's going to be broken down and look delicious. So for about 1 kilo of oxtail and about 1.5 kilos of pork bones, I'd say fill it up to about 8.5 litres. Should do the trick because we're going to reduce it down. So in goes our spring onions. Sorry, it's okay. I'm used to it now. Our nice lemongrass, you can just crack in half. Yeah. Our chilli. You're just chucking it in there.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to peel these garlics. They're just going to go straight in. Wow, this is so easy. And then just with the carrot, no real technique behind it. I'm just going to cut it lengthways down the middle. Okay. And there it goes. And the same with the other smaller one. And there. Put it in. Ginger, just slice into 3 big chunks. So you can put in. This is easy for anyone who doesn't. Coriander seeds.
Wait, what are you doing? Put that in.
Then the sesame oil.
Yeah.
Sorry. Teriyaki and soy sauce. So that all goes in. Perfect. And now we put this on the heat. So bring it up to the boil and then just let it simmer, and then let it simmer on a kind of like low to medium heat for about 4 to 5 hours, depending, like once the meat is nicely cooked and it's kind of falling off the bone and the stock's reduced by about a couple of litres, it's ready to go. Really easy. Right, let's move on to step 5. Step 5! Alright then, so now we're on step 5, which is going to be rolling and making our noodles to then set aside so that it's ready for our ramen. Beautiful. So, after half an hour, you've let your dough rest. So you're going to get Goku out, and then we're going to take it out of the cling film, so if you just want to do that. Okay. I've got some flour here, so just plain flour or 00, whatever you've got. We'll just put onto our surface like that, out the cling film. So we're going to cut it into 2. So cut that in half, leave one half aside, and then if you just want to roll that out into, so it's just enough to like go through our pasta roller. So perfect. And you don't need essentially a pasta roller, you can always just use a rolling pin and cut it with a knife. Machine. Cool, that should be fine actually. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, cool. So, dust it off. Yep. And then we're going to start with the largest setting. And we're just going to put it through our roller. So satisfying. Yeah, it's so nice. So it's going to go through like that. So I normally I put it through twice on the setting. So then you go through again. So you want to roll it and then hold it. And then once we've just done that, I then go down to a lower setting. And then we go through again. That's looking good. So you want to go down to like the lowest one, which is like 1 in this thing. Perfect. And then now on the final setting, number 1. Right, now we've got to be really careful, so, okay. Nice. Still there? Are you okay with this?
Yeah, I'm fine, hang on.
Just overcomplicating things. No, wait. So
No.
Let me hold it. I'll hold this bit. Give me that. So yeah, you should be able to just see your fingers through the dough. That's the kind of thickness you want. Lovely. That looks beautiful. So now we lay it down.
Yeah.
Cut it in half. So we'll probably cut it into 3 because we don't want massively long noodles. And then there as well. Yep. And then on the cutting machine, we'll just go here.
This is the fun part. Hang on, wait.
This is the good shit.
Can you see how it's like clumping up?
Right, so we are now no longer using the pasta machine because it's decided to shit itself. We're going to do it by hand. But yeah, just get one of these things here ready so they just can run them in flour so they don't stick together. That would really help. Alright then guys, so that is our noodles done. What we've done is we've basically cling filmed them. We're going to put that to one side and we're going to use that once our broth is ready. Our broth is about an hour away or so from being ready. What you'll see is basically you'll see the fat rise to the top of the broth. We're not going to skim that. We're going to show you guys why we're not going to do that later. However, if you want to, feel free to get a spoon and skim it every half an hour. It's a really annoying siren. Right, anyway, so we're going to see you guys, what, in about an hour when this broth is ready? In about an hour when the broth is ready. Doesn't matter about refrigerating your noodles, just keep them out ready to go and we will see you for step 6. Alright cool, now we are on to step 6 of our ramen operation. So we're going to take the meat out of our ramen and we're going to put it into a tray. Brilliant. This hasn't been the third time I've done this. So we're going to take all the meat out and then we're going to shred it for our garnish for the top of the ramen. Do I need like forks? Or no, not yet. We're just taking it out. I'll just stand here. Just, yeah, please stand there. It smells amazing. It does, it smells pretty good. Right, so now that you've removed all your oxtail into the tray, you can put that one to one side. And now we are going to strain, okay, our beautiful ramen. Yeah, so could you hold that? I'm holding it. Okay, so, right. Don't burn me. Just careful of the splash out. You have to keep just stop splashing me with it. I'm trying not to. Cool man, I think you got it all. Okay, cool. Right, now that's done. We can discard all the way the veggies and stuff. They've done their job. So, we're just going to skim a little bit of the fat off the top. Yeah. And I want to keep it. We're going to use it for our garnish. So, we still want some fat in there because the fat is good flavour. And it is good for you as well. I think some fat is actually good for you. Yeah, I think that's very good for you. So with a ladle, just like do a little circular motion. So then it all kind of comes round to the side there. And then we'll just like pick it up there like that. So it's there like that. And then just to finish this off, we're just going to give it a little taste and then we're just going to add in some like soy sauce and things to like, so it's either one or the other, like just give it a try because I think it will need like some more soy sauce or teriyaki sauce, whatever you want to put in there. Just hold on. I just put my tongue. You want to put a touch of soy sauce in there. That's good. I don't care. It doesn't need any more. I'm just putting a little bit of like oomph in there. Right? Moving on, we can now move on to shredding our meat. Yes, absolutely. So we'll put that back onto the stove so we can keep it nice and warm. Okay. Okay, right, so moving forward, so now that we've skimmed the fat off of our ramen, we've strained it, we've taken the meat out, we're actually now going to just sort of strip the meat down. So what we're going to do is basically going to take the oxtail and in a separate bowl, we're just going to take the meat off the bone because the meat is basically going to be sort of like a garnish to our ramen. It's going to sort of sit on top of the nice noodle bits and you just want to get rid of all that sort of, you know, just all the carcinogenic-y sort of stuff. Alright then guys, so now that we've shredded all of our meat, we can now move on to step 7, which is kind of getting our garnishes and our noodles ready for it all to come together. Okay, step 7, right, so we're going to be doing something pretty special with that fat that we've kept. So so we've got the fat we kept from in this cup here. We're going to put it into a frying pan, and it's going to evaporate all the water off. It's all kicking off. It's all kicking off now. So I like to have different textures when it comes to ramen. So I've got some panko breadcrumbs. Yeah. So once this water evaporates off, we should just be left with some nice fat. And then we're going to toast the panko breadcrumbs in the fat, and then we'll use that to garnish the top of the ramen. Nice. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. I'm also going to put a bit of butter in there as well, because that works really well. Nice. So a little bit of butter goes in. Once that's melted and bubbling up, we'll then put in our pancakes. So now that our sort of butter is melted, we're now going to add like a handful of panko breadcrumbs. Christ, that is really good. And that panko breadcrumb's going to really soak up all that fat, all that butter. It's going to go nice brown and crispy and be another really nice sort of texture element to our ramen. And yeah, with a spatula, Just move it around, don't want to burn it. And then once we've done that, it kind of just keep going with it, and it should just like turn into some nice little toasted beef sort of fat breadcrumbs. Yeah, just to stop the panko from burning in the pan, you want to just keep moving it around, keep an eye on it. As we turn that heat point up, it will go at any second, so you're kind of almost like deep frying it, like shallow frying it, kind of in its own sort of delicious beef fat. And what we're going to do is we can set that to one side, and that's going to just act as a garnish to go on top of our ramen. We will move now to our noodles. Alright, cool, so now that we've done our crumb, we can move on to the noodles, and then we can get to the result. So we're almost finished with our garnish. Oh, over there! So, moving on to the noodles, we've left them to one side, we put the water to the boil. And really, these aren't going to take very long, are they, Charlie?
No, it should take like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. It's like the same way you cook fresh pasta, really.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do a nice neat little ball to swipe these in.
So now it's been about 30 seconds, we can now put the noodles into the bowl. And now we can start building this ramen. Perfect, so now that we've basically got everything ready, our noodles are in our lovely ramen, we can start garnishing with the fantastic garnishes we have here. So, starting with some of our wonderful meats, in the middle like so. Food is there to be explored and enjoyed.
Some nice scallions on top.
Nice scallions. I didn't know you're from America, bro.
Sorry, dude.
We've also got some soft-boiled eggs, because what ramen isn't complete without a soft-boiled egg. That looks perfect. Just put the bun in. That looks amazing. We've got this nice stuff, nice crumb. Nice bit of the old crummy stuff. Just on top there. Boom. Put some in there. That can, yeah, just go perfect. Nice. And then we've also got some nice little carny seaweed sheets. I think I'm just going to
put them there. That looks awesome.
Put them there.
Fuck yeah, that looks awesome.
Now we have a nice, beautiful, delicious Japanese ramen. Let's show you guys what we've made. Perfect, so there you have it then, guys. That is our version of our ramen. Thank you so much for watching this video. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much as simple, easy as it kind of gets, really, in terms of ramen. I mean, it's a great one to have underneath your belt to sort of, you know, impress your friends and family. I'd say skill set wise, probably will put us down as a pro, but, you know, test it out. Yeah, I think, you know, anything where it's like making your own noodles, you know, you're sort of testing your skill set a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it's all from scratch, so
100%. Anyway, as always, guys, like, subscribe, push that notification button, get in touch. We would love to hear more. Let us know if there's a dish that you would like us to cook, and we will do it. Yes. As always, we will see you in the next one.
See you in the next video.
Take care. Thanks, guys. What should we name it?
Swish and flip.
We should name it, what's a Japanese name? Japanese names. I don't really know any Japanese names.